you're like 6 or 5, have holes in your shoes and clothes and that, but no one's really paying attention.
Was your father not in your life, like, as a young
No,
person?
I never really had a dad still. I was like a block defender. I seen a handgun before I lost my virginity.
How much money was you making?
In a good week, definitely 5K still.
Why do you think you wasn't like that? You wasn't like a clout chaser. Hey, yeah, I did this.
I was a dumbass and I wanted to be like the big bad guy. I wanted to act up and say, "Bro, man, from here." I probably would have got shot for the Class A, the B, shotgun shells, line phones.
People have died trying to get out. How did you get out?
Luckily, I was invited to go to Kenya. I went to a dump site and people living there, bro. Kids, old people, babies.
Why do you think a lot of these kids glorify this gang life?
He just wants to be idolized by gyal.
Clout, so
Yeah.
so they can get validation.
Yeah, literally. That's what. Yeah, you're
So
not
they can
wrong
say,
still.
look, that's me. All right, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Getting Real with Oli podcast. Today I'm here with another special guest. So, Cyprian, welcome to the show, man.
Welcome, man. Thank you.
So, yeah, man. So, look, where I want to start with my guests, where I usually start with all my guests, is I want to understand, maybe tell us a little bit about your relationship with your parents. Maybe take us back to your childhood.
My childhood weren't really the best. My mum and my dad were really there for me as much as other kids was. So I was easily like influenced by other people's behavior. Like my household wasn't really one of the prettiest anyway. So going out was always like a negative vibe. You know what I mean by that?
So maybe tell us a little bit about it, like what's it called, the dynamics between your parents, were they in your life? So obviously you've told us it was a difficult relationship, right? Maybe tell us a little bit about that. So like, what are we talking here? Were they both in your life?
No, let's just say like you're like 6 or 5, yeah. This mysterious man's coming to your mum's house all the time, buying your sister's shoes and all these things, but you have holes in your shoes and clothes and that, but no one's really paying attention, like, or like this same mysterious man's coming buying clothes and that, but you're getting told like your dad's Italian, innit? So growing up, I always had like a misidentity, innit? That makes sense. I had to basically create myself, if that makes sense, innit?
So did you not have, was your father not in your life, like as a young
No,
person?
I never really had a dad still. I was my dad, if that makes sense.
Wow, man. So then how was your relationship with your mom?
Me and my mum, we quite have a rocky relationship, but I love her still. She knows sometimes it gets like mad, innit? Cause I'm doing everything by myself, innit? So yeah, we got a good relationship, but back in the day, she weren't really as supportive as she is now for me, innit? She was
Why
more
do you think
focusing
that
on
is?
my daughter. She was more focusing on my sisters. Like, for example, back in the day, my sister used to get everything still. Like, Paul's boutique bags, latest phones, you get. But I never really got that same love and that, innit?
So why do you think she treated you like that?
I don't know, maybe it's like a generation curse, you know what I'm saying?
What do
Maybe.
you mean? Like your mom was like,
I don't know, maybe like my mom wasn't probably treated nicely by her brothers or like her dad, so now she's probably trying to do the same to me, innit? Like, you never know, innit?
but why do you think they treated you differently? Because that's quite interesting, right? There's like, it sounds like there's a bit of favoritism. Why do you think that was the case?
To be honest, I just think it's because like I was the youngest and like I was always, you get me, doing things. But at that young age, you need like a support network, innit? If you don't really have a support network, then it'll be turns, innit?
Did she ever use drugs?
Yeah. My mom smokes weed still, but she been smoking weed from
But
years
anything
ago, innit?
hardcore?
No.
Okay, so you know this mysterious man that you were talking about, like you're saying he's coming into, he'd buy your sister's shoe.
Yeah.
Because that's what intrigued me. I was thinking, is he like some sort of addict or something?
No, that's my dad now, innit? But years ago, I never knew that was my dad, innit? Like, me and my sister was always told we're half siblings, innit? But it was only when we done like a real DNA test when I was in foster care, we found out we were real siblings, innit?
Wow. And he would be in and out of your life.
Yeah, but I never knew that was my dad, innit? I just knew that was my sister's dad, and my dad was like ghost, innit?
So so has he ever talked to you? Like, did he not, like, you know, when he was coming in the house, like, was there not a point like he'd come to you?
No.
Wouldn't even talk. Did he even know?
I think he did, but I just think he didn't really know how to like explain to me, innit? But no, growing up, he never really actually acknowledged me as his son still, I can't lie.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
So then how do you go through as a young person, you know, growing up in this household? How do you kind of deal with that?
I'll be real, like, it just
Think
made
about
me
it.
just be alone, innit? Like I said, like a couple seconds ago, like, I just got myself feeling like I'm the mum and the dad in it. That makes sense. Innit?
And this
So,
was from what age?
this is from a little boy. I'm talking about like 5, 6. Yeah. So,
Oh. So you had to mature quick.
yeah.
So from 5, 6 years old, you had to take like what? Was it?
Responsibilities. Like I'm talking about like washing my own clothes, talking about making my own food, talking about like bare little things in it that kids that young age shouldn't be doing in it. But yeah, me.
But why would your mom like neglect you that way? Obviously, I know that she's bettering herself now.
Yeah.
I know your relationship is better, but why do you think she done that? Did she ever explain?
Well, to be honest with you, I think my mum has like a mental health issue, but we just don't know what it is yet. So I can't
Fair
lie.
enough. So she might have had her own like traumas in your life, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But growing up, she was just she always used to like smash plates and stuff like that, innit? Shouting and screaming and that, innit? So
What are you guys?
no, not to basically to herself, innit? I don't know if she's talking to you, but there's no one there, innit? So from a young age, me and my sisters are just seeing all of that stuff, innit? So
Wow, man, that's deep. So your mom will sometimes be talking to herself, kind of thing. That sounds a little bit, but obviously, I know I'm not trying to create like
schizophrenic,
diagnosis. Yeah.
innit?
It sounds like psychosis, like that kind of thing.
something
Like
like
when
that,
you're having
innit?
like some like a manic episode. Wow, man. Because sometimes things cause like different things cause that, but I guess sometimes it's genetic, sometimes it's a little bit of our own traumas. So then, how did you find that your dad was your dad? How did that kind of like, how did you find that out?
Let's just say, for example, when I went foster care when I was like 13, 14, I was living at my granddad's house, but due to personal reasons, they kicked me out. And I was living at my actual foster placement. But then the mysterious man, he always used to come and try and visit me there, innit? But these times, I don't know who this guy is, innit? And because I got so many things on my mind, like I'm in a new area, you get me? I'm not really thinking about all that right now, innit?
Yeah.
So it was only until we actually done the DNA test when I was like,
But what led to that? What made you think let's do a DNA? Or like, why did you guys do that?
but I just kept asking my mum like who my dad is, innit? Basically, innit? So I just kept getting onto her. Cause like, for example, she's always to tell me my dad's Italian, innit? So growing up, I used to try like speak Italian. Like for example, I could say zitto. That means shut up, like they get. So I kind of learned Italian for no reason, basically, innit? Literally, but yeah.
Why did she lie though?
I don't know. I don't know why she said
she
Italian
knew,
either.
she knew
I
you
don't
guys
know.
were like. But then so how do you do with that? Like the fact that you're growing up with your sister, who's your real sister, but you're thinking it's your half sister.
Yeah. To be honest, it was a big slap in the face. It was. I feel like they should just come clean from early, innit? But yeah, it was kind of mad growing up, telling everyone like we're half siblings to now telling everyone that we're full siblings, innit? Like, it's
Was he
crazy
happy
still.
though?
What, they found out we're full
Yeah.
siblings?
I mean, I guess it doesn't make too much of a difference, but like, because they're still siblings.
Yeah,
but
I'm
like,
quite happy. Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I'm
because
quite
do you know what I
happy
mean?
still.
Like, yeah, because I guess yes, your half siblings, but I guess like because you have that different parentage, it can create a little bit of that little division, like, even though it's not a big deal. So then finding out actually your parents are the same is interesting, right? So then, like, tell us maybe like, so you're obviously 6, 7, 8 years old, right? So how is this like dynamic in the household affecting your behavior? Like, what was you doing? Like you said, you took on responsibility. Like,
Yeah, for example, like I had to make sure I had my meals there. For example, innit? Like sometimes you come home, you never know where your next meal is, innit? So I had to be that guy that had to go out and like get stuff.
was it like a proper poor household?
It wasn't really a proper poor household, but for when like family members trying to like support, sending us food and that here and there. But that's a mad story anyway. But yeah, sending us food here and there.
Tell them about that.
Yeah.
Tell them the story, man.
Yeah.
Maybe. What happened? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's a mad story.
Like for example, like my family and that, I'm talking about like my granddad and like my mum's mum and all those grandmas and aunties, like they used to help us out, but at the same time they used to like violate us and like compare us with like their kids and that, saying, oh, like when you grow up, you're not gonna be like my child, or like, oh, 'cause for example, I'm quite small for my age, innit?
Yeah.
So like for example, I remember, I'm not gonna say names, but she used to be like to me, oh, when you're older, she's gonna be taller than you, this, and that. So I was always kind of like compared to other kids, innit? Even though like we're struggling, innit? So it was kind of mad, innit?
Why did she do that?
I think it's just because of like a power thing, innit? Trying to let us know like they're lit and like we're not really in it. Yeah.
So then, when you found out about your father, that he's your real father, how was the relationship then? When you told him, how did he
Bro,
react?
we never really had a relationship anyway. Still, so but when I found out that I had my real dad, it was just like, cool. You weren't really in my life anyway. It doesn't really make a difference. If that makes sense. Yeah, like he's
Okay.
never really been a father. Like coming to my birthdays or taking me football training. Like he's never done that for me, innit? So you're not my dad, if that makes sense. Like you're
Yeah.
biological, but you ain't really been there for me, innit? I am the dad, innit? Yeah.
And what ethnicity are you again?
I'm Puerto Rican, Algerian, and Jamaican still.
Is it?
Yeah.
Puerto Rican, Algerian,
Yeah, and Jamaican. Yeah.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, so
I don't want to
that's
sound
next step.
racist. I don't want to sound racist yet,
Yeah.
because I'm not racist. But I'm actually curious. I'm gonna ask this question because I'm actually curious. Because I've spoken to a lot of Jamaican families.
Yeah.
What is it with that relationship, like with the father, and they keep like disappearing? Because I'm not even trying to be like say anything controversial here. You know, like I've spoken to so many like Jamaican people and from the Caribbean in general, and this is a repeated story. I'm thinking like, what have they been eating in that country, man? Because every time I meet a guy from there, they're actually nice people. But then every time I'm hearing a story, they're telling me their father was there.
It's mad. But no, my dad is not Jamaican still. He's on the Algerian side, innit? So my mum's Jamaican, innit?
Fair enough,
But to be honest with you, with the Jamaican side and the father's running away, and I think it's just a thing where they're trying to just expand their families and stuff, innit? Trying to keep their bloodline running. You
Interesting.
feel me? They just don't want one child. They want to get plenty in case something bad happens. You get.
They're like old school. They're like old school Genghis Khan mentality.
You get me trying to get the big population now. No, that's in my opinion, though, innit?
Fair enough. All right, man. So look, okay, so you're growing up with the absence of that masculine role model in your house. Now, sometimes that can make kids like act out. That maybe makes them do certain things, outside, get involved in certain things. How would you say, like, did it make you get involved in anything as a young person? Like, did you ever join like gangs or anything like that? Like, how was that a thing? So you said you were 7, 8 years old. Like, how did that affect your behavior at that age?
Well, from that age, let's just say, like, you go in school and you see all your friends with their mum and their dads, you know what I'm saying? Or like coming into new school with like new pair of shoes or something like that. And then obviously you're at that age where your sisters are getting all the stuff and you're not. So it kind of made me like jealous and angry and quite like bitter towards people still. Like it kind of made me like be like unsociable still, if that makes sense. Like, I'd rather just be by myself doing what I want to do, innit? If you don't really like
So then how did that affect your behavior in school? Maybe tell us about who you was in primary school and stuff like that.
Affecting my primary and school because it's a thing where I've got so much things on my mind right now apart from the lesson. Like, do you get? Like, I've got to think about if I'm eating the next day, if like I got things to wash my clothes with, or like you get like hot water, little shit like that. You get? So when I was in school, it weren't a thing where I could be focusing on like education that because I got things outside of home that are not really up to scratch in it. So when I was in school and I'm seeing other peers with like got everything intact and that, it was getting me bare mad and that, thinking like, bro, how come my family ain't like that? So I just used to start just wilding out and that, innit?
Riding out? What do you
No,
mean?
wilding out, innit, in school, innit?
So what do you mean by that?
Like just misbehaving, innit? Yeah.
So what would you do? Like, what did you take on? Like, class clown role? Like, what were we talking here?
No, I used to get in fights. I used to get in a lot of fights in primary school still. Yeah.
Was you excluded from primary?
No, I wasn't excluded from primary school, but at one point, me and like 4 lads, we weren't allowed to play in the playground in that car. We basically just went around punching up everyone in it. So we was basically secluded from like the playground until.
Why do you think you done that? Was you a bully?
I wouldn't say I was a bully, but I can't be a bully. Look how small I am, bro. No word. But I wouldn't say I was a bully, but I just like getting things done in it, like dominance in it. Like I want my presence to be felt type thing in it.
And that was because of what was happening at home. Give that sense of identity, I guess.
Yeah.
And then take us through secondary school, maybe. Maybe tell us a little bit about that. So you said that. So obviously, at some point, it starts to make you feel really isolated, where you went down a certain avenue, right? So maybe tell us a little bit about how that journey began. Maybe tell us who you was in secondary school, and then maybe take us through that a little bit.
Bro, when I left primary school, I already knew secondary school was gonna be dark still. Like, I know what I'm saying. Like when things at my house weren't getting better from year 6 upwards, I already knew like going into secondary school year 7 gonna be a mission, innit? So long story short, basically got kicked out of like every mainstream school all the way up to year 11, innit? Because I couldn't really like get with the grips of like education and the whole system, like listening to people, because people never listened to me when I was younger, innit? So when I was in those environments, I wasn't really trying to listen to people, innit? That makes sense.
What was it for?
What do you mean by that?
Like, what did you like get excluded for?
Oh, well, when I was in year 7, I got kicked out for carrying a knife in my blazer. Then, yeah.
Why did you carry a knife?
Because at that time, there was a lot of things going on in my school, innit? So I just had
What do you mean? Tell us about that, man.
No, it's just... You know what happens in schools? Like, that's where it starts off, innit? Like, from the older years down, innit? So just a thing where...
Is it like gang related?
Not even gang related, just like school beef related, innit? Other schools beefing or like years beefing in school, but then it gets taken outside of school. You know what I'm saying? So I was just having to just be cautious with certain people, innit?
So then what made you think I'm going to take a knife? That's a big thing.
Yeah. I mean, look how small I am, bro. I'm not going to really give someone damage, innit? Like, let's be honest, innit?
So, right, so it made you feel like sense of protected.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of young people say why they carry knives.
Yeah, but my go-to weapon, apart from a hammer, I used to always, apart from a knife, I used to have a hammer in my bag still. I used to love hammers still.
Was you never afraid?
No.
Carrying the knife?
No.
Wow, man.
No.
So that's why. What was the other times you got excluded for? It's funny because you said that, the hammer thing. The reason I'm laughing is because I was arrested first time when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
So I was never part of their life like that, but I used to hang around with certain people. So I used to be quite a fun, hyper guy. Me and my friends, we used to sometimes go around and break cars. I remember I used to carry around this big sledgehammer. I used to steal the sledgehammer. I stole the sledgehammer from Wilkinson. But even back then, I was still so confident. I'd be like having conversations. Like, well, I remember I took the sledgehammer and I went into the, what's it called? So I went and had a conversation with the security guard after as well. So I have a sledgehammer in my puffer coat. This was back then when they had like, they didn't have it like all packaged up. Yeah, so then I just put it in my, I remember putting it in my puffer coat and I'm there having a chat with the security guard. You know what I mean? And then we used to go break cars. I remember too. Then I was arrested that first time. That's interesting, like your kind of thing. So what was the other reasons why you got excluded then?
When I was in year 9, basically got kicked out for kicking some, I think he was like year 7, must have been year 7, because I was in year 9 at that point, or year 8. But I basically just kicked him down the flight of stairs because he basically was just trying to like barge past me, but I was with my friends in it. But at that point, it was just a thing where, can't really be doing that, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so then maybe tell us, how was it being kicked out of school? Where did you go? You went to a people referral unit?
I went to a people referral unit, but I went to one in the area where people didn't want to go to still, if you know what I mean by that.
Why?
Because areas got problems with other areas, innit? Yeah, so I went to that one, innit? Some people wanted to come to the one more home, innit? But there's 2 varies of them, innit? You got one closer to home and then you got on the other side. Wow, I went to the one on the other side still. But I've been there since year 7, innit? On the other side, that makes sense.
And how did you deal with that?
Nah, I've been good still, because I hold down my own corner, innit? If that makes sense.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't really need an army. I'm a one-man soldier, if that makes sense still.
Nah, what do you mean? I don't get it.
Like, when you're on the other side in the school, you're going to be up with people that don't really like, get me, your area. So you just got to hold it down type thing, innit? Unless you're going to be coward and run off, you get me?
Did they ever try it with you?
Yeah, a couple times. But like I said, I hold it down, innit? Yeah.
So what do you mean like hold it down? Like you try to fight them?
Yeah.
Even if it's like a whole group?
Yeah.
Fair enough, man.
I remember one time I got into a passer with some guy outside the school, but kind of went viral on YouTube. Lucky not viral anymore. But yeah, basically, long story short, me and my friend, and basically just trying to get this guy down still. But that was years ago.
And that was because of what was that related to?
That was like area related wise, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. So obviously you said that you was involved in these gangs and kind of things. Maybe take us through the journey. How did you join? Take us through that a little bit.
Like I said, like growing up when you have nothing at your house, and there's no hope, yeah, and you're just watching everyone else getting given stuff, like your sisters and stuff like that, are you either gonna sit there and just take it, or you're gonna go out there and try and make a change in it? So it's a thing where, like, being that young of an age, people, yeah, realize, and then, yeah, brought me on, but it's a thing where, like, I really had no choice in it, if that makes sense. So,
So you did it out of necessity. But was there like an initiation? Like, how do you like? How does a, how old was you?
I was young still,
How old are we talking?
very young. I mean, if I'm getting kicked out of all these schools, then I'm definitely doing something outside, innit?
8,
Yeah.
9.
Around that age, yeah.
Okay, so then how did this? How is it that you? But what's the initiation here? Did you just like? Was there a friend that said, "Hey, this is what these people do"?
No, I used to stay out late with the big boys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to be that young one with all the big boys, and even though they used to be like, go home and that, but I'm not really listening still. Like, I want to be out there with the big boys still.
Why did they know you?
Why did they allow me?
Yeah, why did they allow you? Like, there must have been something about you. You're an 8-year-old.
Nah, they can see the heart in it.
Huh?
They can see the heart in it and the determination. Like, 'cause I'll be real, not a lot of people my age was doing what I was doing at that time, innit? A lot of people was in like education and like at home playing tic-tac-toe with their parents and that, you get me? But I was outside doing things I shouldn't have been doing for me.
Well, tell us maybe some of the things that the group of boys would get up to. Tell us a story, man, about something that happened.
Nothing much, just like a normal day, innit? Like making money, chilling,
Making money how? What would they do?
selling class A and B, innit? Yeah.
And you know the people that are buying this kind of thing, like who are these people?
What, that are coming to purchase it?
Yeah, so is this
It's
class A and
ordinary
B is
people still.
cocaine, crack, stuff like this.
Yeah, it's ordinary people still.
What would you say, like, so when the group is like doing this kind of thing, so obviously because we don't want to, let's talk about this in a sense, like these people, let's say someone's selling something, right? Are we talking that these are people that are like teachers? Are we talking like what was the most kind of shocking thing you're like, oh, I didn't expect this person?
Was there ever I've sold it to people's mums before, people's brothers and sisters. Get me? Mad. You will never believe it. Like, passing it to my friend's mum and that, like, crazy, bro. Or like,
and
you
know when that's happening, was you not like shocked? Was you not thinking, like, what are you doing?
At that time, I didn't care. I just wanted your money, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care less what you did with that, my guy. I just wanted your money, fam. But now thinking about it, it's like, damn, like, I actually know you, fam. You're doing that, like, that's crazy.
But how was you though? As like, so obviously you were involved in this life. Was you like one of those like those kind of guys, or was you more like? Would you even have it? Because would you have a chat with some of the people you're giving the whatever?
Yeah,
it is?
I was always talkative. Still, I wasn't closed off. I was a very open guy. You get me? I was always asking how your day was. Always asking questions outside of what we're doing in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You get me? Trying to see what they like, what they do, and shit like that.
Why do you think some of those guys are like that?
What do you mean?
Like you get ones that are a bit more open. Like for example, in my area we have one guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna obviously say his name or anything. But we have one guy. He's very like happy.
I feel like
he's the nicest guy in the world. But then there's other guys that are like that. Do you know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like the ones that are like all of that, like bulls. I feel like they're the ones that, like they come from good backgrounds and they're just trying to act bad, or they're trying to hide something, or they're trying to look scary because they're actually not scary. If that makes sense. Like, get me? But the ones that are just like calm and open and talkative, those are the ones that you need to keep an eye on still, because they're the ones that in a second they'll just switch it still.
Have you ever been betrayed?
Yeah, I've been betrayed a couple times.
Tell us the story of one of those, man. I'm curious to see, like, because it must teach you something, like, about, like, friends and, like, who is your real friend and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because it's such a, what's it called, intense dynamic between the people.
Yeah, let's just say, like, me and this close boy used to go, like, youth club together and that. Stayed at his house and that a couple of times. He stayed at my house a couple of times. But long story short, one of the elders was coming out of jail. Them two was trying to become Bully and Clyde, trying to build his business plan together. Obviously, I wasn't really involved in it, innit? I said before, I'm on my army, on my mission, innit? Like one of my favorite sayings is DIY, innit? Do it yourself, innit? Don't really expect people to help, man. innit?
So he was planning basically what
No,
to kind of.
he was planning like a business, though, both of them, innit? But I wasn't really on it. But when I wasn't on it, that's when like the plan basically just went to crumbles, innit? Because if you know me, I'm a serious man, innit? I'm not gonna come and just say I'm on it, I'm not on it, innit? So for when I said I'm not really on it, the thing collapsed.
So how did he betray you though?
Long story short, yeah, the guy must have lied to my brethren from years ago that I tried to tell him where he lives and that. And then my man ended up running up in my house, not once, but twice, innit? So he robbed
With
man.
your mum?
Yeah, my mum was in there both times. Wait, the first time, man got backdoored by another guy, I can't lie.
What do you mean backdoor?
So long story short, he wanted me to deliver something to him, innit? So I went downstairs to make the you know what I'm saying, the transaction. That's when my man ran upstairs, innit? So that's the first time I got backdoored. Then the second time I got backdoored was when I'm actually going out to go and do the transaction. I see my man walk past my house. He said nothing. As soon as I got back to my crib, bro, my room is in 360s. My drawers are upside down. Money's missing. You get me? Stuff's gone. Like, do you get? But I've always been that man to just grind and just get to it, innit? So when that happened, I just made it back times 5, innit? So just a joke to me at the end, innit?
Have you ever been stabbed? Have you ever been hurt in that life? Because it's such an intense kind of life. Has anything ever happened?
Yeah, a couple times still.
Or stabbed?
No, not stabbed, but like punched up, innit? I'm not really the type of guy to get caught lacking by any like knives and that still. That makes sense.
Why do you think?
Because I'm very like observant, innit? Like I know what to do and how to move on the mountain road, innit? Very likely for me to buck
Why
up.
do you think so many of the young people are getting stabbed today then? Why?
It's because they're just moving light just moving light, like on social media. You get me? They're just moving boasty. You know what I'm saying? Just doing too much for girls that don't even care about them. Doing too much for boys that don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like they're Tyson. That's how they get. You get. If you're just calm and collective and mellow, you just get me. Just
use a little bit more calm and quiet.
yeah, but with a twisted side at the same time. Yeah.
What do you mean twisted side?
Yeah, there's sometimes I have to put in some pain. Yeah, yeah. There's been a couple times, but yeah, just be yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what do you mean by that? Because without implicating yourself, but like
No, there's a couple times where you have to go and do certain things. Cause
you enjoyed it.
I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. It just has to be done, innit?
I guess they're your enemies. These aren't random people. At the end of the day, these are gonna be your like ops, right?
But I'm just talking about in friends in general, innit? It doesn't even need to be like ops, innit? Like, it can be your boys.
What do you mean? Like you have to discipline them?
Yeah, like show them like it's not what you think it is, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really that time. Like it can really get to that. You know what
Take
I'm
us through one of them, man. Like, was there an incident? Like, for example, I had a time where there was this. I saw this guy that was made to face the tree. I was never part of it, but we used to hang around every once in a while. Me and my friends were some of these lot. And they made him face a tree. This is the friend. You know, this is the friend. Because he lost some money.
Yeah.
They hit him as well, but they beat him out. They beat the life out of him. But then they also made him face the tree.
Right,
and he's there all beat up, facing the tree. So I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I got a story still. Like years ago, it was me and a couple friends. We're just walking in this neighborhood trying to find a couple guys, and then we do find a couple guys we're looking for, and then long story short, I just ended up punching up this like 6'1" guy. I'm not gonna lie, I had the video on my old phone, but I got the password to sign into the you know Samsung, you got to sign into the thing in it. I got the password, so I can't get the old memories back in it. But basically, just punched him off and told him like, say your area key, and you know them little dumb stuff you do, like say fuck your area. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man said it on the camera, and then one of my boys that I was beefing back in the day, but we're calm now. Like that's my code still, but he was like, allowing, bro. And I was like, nah, family's got to learn. Like, don't be doing that.
How did you become friends with that guy then?
He's on stuff now.
Let's just say,
yeah. Huh?
So he's out of the life as well?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he's on stuff though. Yeah, he's not really.
So you're out of that life, and he's not. But that's kind of why the friendship kind of formed.
No, the friendship formed was because
But that wasn't that his friend. Like, what made it kind of?
No, because that showed him that they're not on what you get it. if that makes sense. So that basically split him up from that batch. I started chilling with the actual. You get it?
That's funny, man. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that reminds me of that story that Andrew Tate said. Yeah, it's hilarious. He said he said he had a friend where he was with the apparently I don't even know if the story is true, but he had a friend. Yeah, there was a group of them. Yeah. One of their friends, I forgot his name was Tony or something. He's saying apparently these Russian guys they came out of the car and they were gonna beat them up, right? But apparently Tony was like, so Andrew Tate to make the other guy scared, what he did is he punched his own friend because he was being a little pussy, right? It reminds you of that because your friend, that guy was friends with them, and he's like, hey, these guys are a bunch of pussies, man.
No, what? Then he started doing his own thing. You get it? Now he's on things though. I can't lie.
That's great. That's
He's
jokes,
on proper
man. That
things
is
still.
jokes, man. All right. All right, so let me just ask you. I just wanted to understand a little bit about it. Maybe tell us a bit who you was in that life. So, like, what is it that you were doing? Like, what was you getting up to? Was you making money? Did you make money from it?
Yeah, I was making a lot of money still. Let's just say I was like a block defender. You know, a block defender is still. I was just mainly on the block, innit? I just had one role only. Just basically just make money in it. But if people come on the ends that are not really from here, that's when I will. But I wasn't really that guy that was going out on the other side. That makes sense. Yeah. Only when I was in not Foster, only when I was in the Peru school, on the other side, that's the only time I was coupled there. But for example, when I come out with that, my role mainly was just being on the block, making money, investing in like guns and all these things, all that things to get me. So yeah,
you saw all of this stuff yourself.
Yeah. Let's just say I seen a handgun before I lost my virginity still.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old was you then?
When I first saw a gun, I was 16, 17, bro.
Fair enough. So then was from 8 years old, is this the same kind of gang? Same group?
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's probably why they trusted you with such a role, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because usually young people, they make them runners and stuff like this.
No.
So you kind of had your own thing going on for them. Interesting. It's crazy that they make that much money. So how much money was you making?
Well, I was 24 hours, if you know what I mean. So I never used to sleep. So I used to be up for days, bro. Can't lie. And I used to be in bundles for like months as well, bro, for weeks. I never used to come home for time, bro. Yeah. I sound so skinny, bro, because you get me. I never used to eat bare, you get me. I just used to wake up, repeat, bro.
You like, and
I used to love it though. I can't lie. It might sound mad, yeah. I got actual couple of friends that if you ask them, they'll tell you, yeah, this guy, he actually used to love it.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Just to get that money in.
Yeah.
And how much would you say you were making in like a week?
Let me not over exaggerate. On a good day, I could be pulling in at like 4 or 5
100
bags.
Okay.
Like on a good week, definitely 5K still. On the weekend, I'll definitely do like a bag.
And that would go to you, or that would go to how would it be
that will
split?
go towards more of that. You get me? Then we need some. Get me weapons and all of that. So it gets divided, innit? And a couple, of course, you need some for yourself, but with me, I wasn't really keeping on to myself. I was just mainly trying to back. Get me? And I pattern up everything still.
Why do you think you didn't want to like get into the limelight then? See, a lot of these people that, for example, you have a lot of these drill rappers. They say, I did this, I did him there, the daily location as well. They'll give you the postcode as well. I did him in SW25. I shot him in the wound in the left hand. It's like they're trying to write like for the police. The police said they're just like, okay, so you shot him on the 245. So it's like, why do you think you wasn't like that? You wasn't like a clout chaser. Hey, yeah, I did this, I did that.
Yeah. I'm not really a clout chaser still, because like I said before, like it's really like you have to be 2 foot in, innit? You can't be 1 in and 1 out, innit?
Yeah.
So another thing, like, you know what you're doing is real life as well, innit? So you clout chasing and doing all of that, you're just gonna make yourself like silly at the end of the day, innit? Car people are gonna ask, is this guy really about what he does? He's doing it all for clout. Like all the real guys, you know this anyway. Like all the real guys, you get me? They don't really have the most followers. You get me? They don't really talk like that. That's because they're really about what they're. You get me?
Yeah, you can tell when someone's being authentic and when they're being inauthentic. You know what I
No,
mean?
definitely. You can read it in a person as well, innit?
Yeah. I guess sometimes you can be betrayed. That's the whole point of betrayal. Because sometimes maybe some people are that good. They're good at manipulating that they can maybe give you that facade. Yeah, but I guess most times I think you can feel it when someone, you know, I'm trying to say what they're saying. So maybe take us to the point where, because you said you loved this game. How do you go from loving this game to getting out of this game? So take us to the, what is it that made you kind of leave?
Long story short, like when I was in foster care, I got G-checked twice in the same day, and I tried to call a couple of my friends that I'm no longer talking to, but they never come to help, man, innit? So when I was at that age, I had a set of friends, innit? Cool. When they didn't come to me, I got talking to that set of people, innit? And I started talking to like the other set. I'm like, you know what I'm trying to say, innit?
So other group, you mean?
Yeah. So yeah, and
these sets you're talking about, they're the same gang.
yeah, but it ranges from age, innit? If you know what I'm saying. So you might get someone from like a bit older to someone your age, or like someone a bit younger than your age to like someone older. You get so.
And so maybe tell the people out there, what do you mean by G-check?
Long story short, I was walking down this road and I saw 4 youths across the roads. These are the first 4 youths I've seen in this area in a long time anyway. I already know what's going to happen, I can't lie. I went to the shop to buy some gum because I was just smoking. I'm not going to lie. But I was in foster care these days, innit? So I didn't want the foster mum to clock that I'm doing that, innit? Because I don't know if she's going to try to kick me out or just be mad, innit? Cool. Bopping in the shop, I see the 4 youths. They're asking me what area you're from. I told them where I'm from at the time. I was from West Drayton. That's how you got to be street smart. Because I could have been a Dumbo and said, yeah, I'm a big bad boy from blah, 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 blah. Told them where I'm actually from, and I could have got chefed up. But instead, I said where I live at the time, which is where I was at the time, the area. And then, you get me, boom, bopping down the road, flipping, seeing this black Audi drive down the wrong hand side of the road. But at this point, I already got G-check up there, innit? So now I'm thinking, fuck it now, innit? Like, it's what it is. So I started walking down the wrong hand side of the Audi with it. So, for example, the Audi's coming this way, and I'm walking this way as well. So we're both going to see each other. Long story short, the window just wind down. My man's asking where I'm from. And I can't lie, I was like to him, I can't lie, I got G-check up there. I told him, man's from down here. Like, what is it? Like what is it now, innit? Because now I'm getting kind of mad, innit? There's no way I'm getting G-checked twice in one day. Like, allow it. I told him the same story I told the people from up there. And now it's the thing where these guys are thinking, raw, who are they up there? Like, they get. So they just wind down the window quickly and blew up to go find the mutes up there, innit? But like, again, if I was a dumbass and I wanted to be like the big bad guy, I wanted to act up and say, raw, man from here, I could probably would have got shot from the Audi. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So again, some street smarts, innit? Yeah.
You know, there's an incident like I did something similar as well. I was not, but basically I was about like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And the group of boys came to our area, a group of black boys, about 15 of them.
No
they
way.
came to the area to get the boys that were part of the gang. Remember they saw 11-year-old me, and they asked me where was I from. And I sold them this story that I came to the, I literally sold them this story, I was all good at telling stories. I was like, I came to the area new, and these boys, man, they're just bullying me. I'm like, bro, I was just telling a story. I'm like, yeah, man, these kids, these guys. And you know me, I had a baby face. Everybody believed everything. I had like a baby
know what I'm
face.
saying? Literally.
Yeah, I look so innocent. They were like, so you went from where you from to, whoa, man, tell us where these boys are. And I sweat.
No one.
I was like, all right, guys, see you later.
You're not wrong still.
You know what it is? I think once you put on a bit of innocence, they're like, oh, this guy never know I was like, thank the Lord, man. Because they thought, oh, he's just been bullied.
Yeah.
Like, where are these guys? What are they over there? Man? I'm like, see,
no, you're not wrong.
well, I'm not even joking. Shout out to those 10-15 boys, but because you know, they actually ended up, because the boys in my area, on that same day, they were actually chasing me for some reason. I don't know why. And they actually helped me. I remember they had me against the wall, and they were like, yeah, man, what you doing? Like, la-da-da-da. And then those boys came at that right moment. They took me away like I was their own. I never see them ever again after that one time. I don't even know who these guys were. And it's crazy that happened. So, look, take us to the point. Like, so obviously you're part of that life, right? Have you ever been arrested? What is it that? So
Yeah,
you got G checked twice,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like maybe tell us like what was one of the changes? Was there any other changes? Like did you ever get arrested
A-
like to a point where that
Another
also made you
change.
think let me change?
Yeah, another change was when I actually got arrested for the Class A, the B, shotgun shells, the line phones, the iPhones, over £5,000 in cash, broken Rambos. Like I had a jumpsuit as well. Like to even think I had a jumpsuit. Like yeah, I had basically the whole shebang. But after that, that basically just made me realize that no one really got my back. Because remember, I was in foster care for 5 years, right? And when I got arrested for that, I was 17. Okay, I claimed the rest. The rest means basically you got forced to hold it. Okay, and because I was in foster care for 5 years, and because I was 17, the case got dropped. Let's just say, for example, I gave someone back £5,000. But remember, I just got arrested with over £5,000. Yeah,
Yeah, and you're 17.
yeah. So I gave someone £5,000. I gave everyone in my house 250. So that's my mum and my two sisters. And I also bought some things to get back on my feet, basically. Innit? And then let's just say, like, no one weren't really showing me love in it. Like, you get it? No one weren't really showing me like the same way I showed them love in it. That makes sense. Still,
You're talking about the gang.
yeah. They didn't really like take me in as much as I took them in, if that makes sense, innit? So let's just say after that, people are still trying to like scummy me and do little mind games and things to me. But it's like, bro, like,
And
good,
what type of mind games?
like for example, yeah, I remember I just got arrested for that, yeah. So one of my boys' bandos get kicked down, innit? But it's right opposite my house. So I'm actually watching everything what's going on, innit? He wanted me to go to the bando to get, I think something, he left something there, innit? But I'm telling them I'm not going over there, bro, because I'm in a hot mess right now. If I go over there and incriminate myself, I'm not seeing sunlight again, my guy. Like, do you get it? God knows what's in that bando anyway. Like, do you get it? Like, God knows what's in that bando anyway. So why the hell do you want me to go over there knowing fully well I have a mad case on me anyway?
I got one of these.
Do you get it? It's like he wanted me to go jail, but anyway, I didn't go.
Sometimes they do, man.
Yeah, I know it's sad, but like a smart guy, I didn't go. And then let's just say he wasn't happy with the decision I made. He wasn't happy that I got a man of my own. And then he basically just took me into a bando. And let's just say like a couple crackheads were smoking crack, but he's got a belly on, innit? And long story short, he basically started like smacking me up with a Rambo, innit? Like, yeah. Like, I had cuts in my ears, my nose. That was crazy, bro. And to make this even worse, like, remember I told you I gave someone back £1,000?
Yeah.
The person that I gave back £5,000 sadly died a couple of years ago, innit?
From gang related.
Yeah, fam. So for me seeing that, it's like, boy, fam,
Wow, man.
that's fucked up, bro.
So then maybe like obviously, and the police just randomly came to your house. Was that what it was?
I think I was on Obo car. Let's just say, like, remember, I'm not really known to police and that. Because, yeah, I'm just quiet, you get me? I'm just doing
But did they come
one
to your
thing.
house?
I basically was out trying to do something, and then they see me, and this, you get me, got me down still. Yeah. But it was a thing where I must have been under the elbow because, yeah, if you know me, I weren't really around the crowds, weren't really around people. I was just alone, if that makes sense.
So obviously, a lot of people that are part of the gang life, they can't get out, right? They struggle to get out. People have died trying to get out. How did you get out?
Bro, like, one thing that always stuck with me is there is light at the end of the dark tunnel. Doesn't matter how dark the tunnel is, bro. There's light at the end of it. And you come alone and you die alone, innit? So you gotta think about, is this good for you, bro? Is this good for your future, your kids? I mean, I don't really have girlfriends because I'm not really good with that because growing up I didn't know how to love because I weren't loved, innit? So I've acquired for it. Actually, I do find it very hard to love, innit? So I'm
Are
not
you more loving now?
still learning. Yeah. Still getting there.
So what is it that saved you? Because what do you do now?
What saved me was a local community called Carney's Community still. Like, for example, when I got arrested for all of that, they basically referred me there and I had to do a lot of volunteer work around the community, around the youth club, basically trying to inspire young people to just do the good thing. And yeah, he got me my first job at the Feel Good Bakery. my first ever job in my life, honestly. So every coffee that got sold, half of the funds would go to a child in Kenya or Romania, other parts of the world. But luckily, I was invited to go to Kenya, which is my first ever abroad, my first ever fly abroad. I can't lie, I cried because it's a thing where I'm abroad with strangers, bro. Like I come here with my family, my mum, my sister. Much times I hear my friends say I'm going on a family holiday. I never been on one with a family, so no, I was quite upset still. But yeah, long story short, when I was in Kenya, I basically gave speeches to kids up to 14 years and upwards. There was like 100 of them. It was incredible, I'm not gonna lie.
How was that feeling, man?
It felt amazing, honestly. It felt very, very good. Speaking to the young ones, coming to their home, they welcomed me with both arms in. Like even though they know like the struggling, they're still showing love and affection and spirit. That was basically a slap in the face to me, innit? Cause coming from London, you seeing guys doing mad things for money, innit? Trying to do mad things for bread. And then you go up there, it's like, rah, these men are pretty chill with the way they live, innit? As long as they're breathing and you get me, that's calm, innit?
What did you see? Like, what were they doing? Like, are these like people in like extreme poverty?
Well, in Kenya?
Living in shelters.
Yeah, let's just say I went to a dump site. So a dump site is where, you see how we got where we throw our rubbish in and that?
Yeah.
Imagine people living there, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's literally like that, bro. Yeah, kids, old people, babies, but it's even crazier because they even got shops in a dump site, bro. So imagine, you see where you take your rubbish out, yeah? Imagine you got people living in there, but then you got shops in there as well. So it's not really hygienic. Another thing that got to me, I was walking with the people that allowed me to go on the trip. Because I can't afford that. Fucking, that's a lot of money. Once again, but anyway, yeah, fam. Walking with the people that organized the trip, and then two boys come out to asking us for food, innit? I said the money, but these are little boys as well, you know. I'm talking about like 6 or like 7, young like that, innit? Asking for food, innit? And I was just like, rah. Like in the UK, you got guys asking for money instead of food. Like these man don't even want drugs. Like they just want food in their stomach. Do you know what I mean? They want the actual food.
They don't want
the
food.
good stuff.
They want food.
They got the good stuff.
They literally want the food.
Yeah, you're not wrong though.
That's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah.
That's crazy. So what did those experiences teach you about life? Let me ask you, man, why do you think you embraced that though? Like some people, they're forced into volunteering. They don't want to be there. What did you already like? Did you embrace it because like you actually after you were arrested, did you actually feel happy to an extent like that you were out of it? Why did you embrace the change? Because it seems like you're going into this mentoring and you're just kind of embracing it. But how did you kind of go from loving it to like I embrace this?
It's just a thing where like the fact that I'm young as well, innit? Like I'm 20 years old, innit? So for when I can see I jumped off road at 20 years old, you don't need to be going into your late 25s to realize that, my guy. Do you know what I'm saying? You know how guys realize it late in life, 27s, going 30s, pushing 40s. It's only when they realize. But I realized from when I was 20. Well, if I'm being honest, I realized when I was 18, bro. Because that's when I actually jumped off road.
Do you like inspiring kids?
I wouldn't say inspiring. I would just say changing their mindsets. You know what I'm saying?
That is inspiration, man. That is inspiring.
Yeah, changing their mindsets, just focusing
I guess
on
look,
what's
when you
better.
hear the word, it sounds a bit like cringy.
Yeah.
But in the reality, if you're changing their mindset, if you're impacting their life to the point where they affect their behavior,
that's a good impact.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Because if you're impacting their, like, I would say that is inspiring them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So what is it you say to them? Is it like, this is what I used to do? Like, what's your words of advice to them? Like, what do you say?
My verse of advice is, it's not even words of advice, it's just truth from the pudding.
What
do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, go on.
Like, you seen what I've been through in my life. You know that it weren't the best. You know, I was in foster care for 5 years. You know, I could have been in jail right now. But if I can change due to the help of the local community giving you opportunities, then so can you, my guy. And there is enough kids out here that are given opportunities, but they just don't take it. And they don't realize that.
Why do you think it is? Why do you think a lot of these kids glorify this gang life? They want
That's
to
what
get
I'm
into
saying.
it.
Like, it's awful. See me, I'm not
Watch
really
too much Top Boy.
Yeah, literally, they were not even Top Boy. It's just like, see me, I'm not really big on social media. Like, I wouldn't say I got a lot of followers, but You see me, everyone wants views. Everybody wants to be recognized, or everybody wants to be the face of something. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just wants to be idolized by gyal and all these things that don't matter to you in the next 10 years, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
I think you know what it is. If you have like a mission that you're doing something purposeful, then I think it makes sense. I think a lot of these kids, they don't want clout to help others or to create a movement. They want clout so people so they can get validation.
Yeah, literally. That's what. Yeah, you're
So
not
they can
wrong.
say,
Still.
"Look, that's me."
Yeah. But for me, I'm not really about that still. One of my favorite things is ESTG, innit? He's an artist, so everyone shines together, innit? So, for example, I just can't shine by myself. I gotta try at least bring some people along with me, innit? You get me?
Have you changed a lot of young people's lives?
I feel like I feel like I've inspired.
Has anyone got off the life because of you?
Yeah. A lot of people message me like, "Yeah, bro, thank you. If it weren't for you, cause like I'll be real. In my area, I was kind of like a well-known bad breed, innit? Like I had my friends' mums telling them not to chill me, innit, from a young age, because what I'm on, innit. So for me to hear that coming from people like giving me love and showing appreciation is crazy. Still, like even like I've been able to get some people jobs as well recently. So yeah.
What part of this charity? Are you like a mentor now part of this charity?
Yeah. I got in 7 people jobs this year still. Counting. Yeah.
Well done, man. That's actually quite cool. And these are young people.
Yeah, and a bit older. Yeah.
What ages are we talking?
Like my age, 19.
20, fair
younger,
enough.
yeah.
And these are all people that are trying to change their lives, isn't it?
Trying to change their lives or just getting to work, innit? So they don't have to put in that situation to do that.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever miss it?
No, you know, because I would be in jail right now. Because what I got arrested with, but I'm actually lucky to be here still.
Yeah,
a lot
we
of
know what
people
it is.
told me
Maybe
that
that's
still.
what happened.
Yeah.
God does everything for a
No,
reason.
you're not wrong
you know
still.
what I mean?
That's why when I was in Kenya, yeah, and I was with them, yeah, and I left, I'll be real, broke my heart, fam, car. We take so much stuff for granted in the UK. And when you go out to certain countries and it's taken from you, you're like, raw. Like, it's mad. Like, I'm seeing kids in the maddest outfits you can ever think of, bro. Like, you get, but you got us. Yeah, but you got us looking nice and clean, and you get me, and then you guys are complaining because you're wearing Fila, or you're complaining because you got Adidas on your feet. You know what I'm saying? But you got kids in other countries that got no shoes, my guy. You got holes in there.
Yeah.
Furthermore, they ain't got no shoes. That's the harsh
Some of
reality.
them, innit?
So last year, December, I had my own money and my own back. Me and one of the people that went to Kenya, we gave them a big donation of like boys' clothes, girls' clothes, shoes, coats, whatever, innit? And we're gonna try and make it into a yearly thing in on Christmas. 100%. And the reason why I've done it on Christmas is because some people in Kenya don't have a Christmas, innit? They're not really, they can't really afford presents and stuff like that, innit? So
Yeah, let alone food.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So definitely.
But let me ask you, man, just 2 more questions so we can finalize it. Because one I just want to ask is, what will be your message to the youth out there? You know, all these youth, they want to get involved in that life. Some of them throw their education away. Some of them, they're not actually going through it. Some of them actually don't have a tough upbringing. They just want to be bad. You know, what would you say to them?
I would just say like be your own person, innit? Like you die alone, come alone, innit? Like you ain't got yourself in as well. Like stop worrying about what other people think about you. Cause even me sitting here, like, of course there's people out there probably hating, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying? This is my story, bro, and I'm obligated and I'm free to let everyone know.
To be fair, me, I personally get off on when people hate on me. Bro. You know why?
Why?
Because they got time to hate on you.
You
Bro.
know what? Why you got time? Word.
Like, bro, I'm not even joking with you. In my daily life, bro, I don't even have time.
Word.
I don't even have time.
Matter of fact,
you have time?
No word, honestly.
Like, thank you, bro. Like,
that means you love me at the same time.
Yeah, you pollute that.
You get me.
You hold a special place in their heart.
No word.
They have time to.
No.
What are you doing?
No
Why
word.
do you have time?
No,
Bro,
definitely.
Man. And look, man, final question I want to ask you, mate. Maybe it's that I like to ask all the guests that come into the show. Yeah, I ask them is like, who would you say you are now? So obviously you were that person like then. You know, you was selling all these you know drugs. You're doing all these things. who would you say you are now? What would you say makes you who you are? It's a difficult question, yeah. A lot of people struggle to answer it.
What makes me who I am right
Yeah,
now
who
is
do you think
just
you are?
helping my community, becoming a better person, not just for myself but for my family, and just letting other people know like there is light at the end of the dark tunnel still.
100%,
Definitely.
man. So you're like a beacon to like,
Yeah,
show people, other
definitely,
people that
yeah.
there's hope out there, that you can change
Yeah,
your life.
definitely.
100%.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you for coming to the show,
Thank
man.
you, bro. Definitely.
All right, guys, if you did like the video, just like, share, and subscribe the video. So if you did enjoy the video, just like, share, or subscribe. You can find all my social media details in the description below. And you can find all Cyprian's social media details in the descriptions below as well. So guys, thank you for watching, and we're
Peace.
out.